So today, we're also going to talk about the Cherokee 6 being the perfect family airplane.
November 3620 Whiskey Roger, I've got your flight plan whenever you're ready to copy.
Roger that, 20 Whiskey will advise. And Millington Tower, Saratoga 3620 Whiskey, run up complete, ready to copy IFR.
November 3620 Whiskey is cleared to the Salina, Kansas airport as filed. Climb maintain 2,000, expect 6,000. 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 125.8, squawk 1651.
November 3620 Whiskey is cleared to Sierra Lima, November as filed. On departure, climb and maintain 2,000. Expect 6,010 minutes after. Frequency 125.8 and squawk 1651, 3620 Whiskey.
Sir, read back correct, and you're ready for departure, correct?
Ready for departure, yes, sir.
November 20 Whiskey, Roger, taxi up to hold short, runway 3, working in your release. November 3620 Whiskey, runway 3, fly runway heading, climb maintain 6,000, cleared for takeoff.
Runway heading, climb and maintain 6,000, clear for takeoff on runway 3, 3620 Whiskey.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we've been clear for takeoff. Here we go. Got more than plenty of room. We did good. Flaps up.
November 20 Whiskey, contact Memphis departure 125.8. Good day, sir.
Over to Memphis. Have a great day, guys. Thank you.
Good morning, Memphis. Saratoga 3620 Whiskey, climbing through 700 for 6,000 and runway heading.
November 20 Whiskey, radar contact 4 northeast of Millington Airport, West altimeter 29904, climb maintain 6,000, turn left bridge, Walnut Ridge.
So, as you climb, the higher you climb,
Take 684 heavy approach on
the thinner the air gets.
6.7
Okay?
today, take 684.
So you're gonna lose performance. See how it's dropping? So the higher you climb, this is gonna continue to drop. So since I still have a little more power, I continue to push this into like, to keep it like around 75, okay? So that I can keep my climb steady. You understand?
Yeah.
See how it's dropping to 73 now? So
Yeah.
now I push it just a little tiny bit to give it back to around 75. Okay? All right, so we just climbed out of a 2,500 foot runway and I did my calculations. So I went on and filled up the airplane, and again, that's a great thing about the Cherokee 6, that after I did my calculations, the book showed that I would be able to take off with a 2,000 density altitude at 1,500 feet of runway. So I did the calculations just to be on the safe side, because I am from Denver, and in Denver the runways are usually very long. They're like 8,000, 10,000. And the reason why they're longer is because the density altitude there is a lot higher. So I'm not used to taking off a 2,500 foot runway, but it did a very beautiful job down here. But I hesitated a little bit there. I had to look at the book and make sure that everything was A-OK. And it turned out to be so. So that's a great thing. It's always better to be on the safe side.
Morning, Memphis First, FedEx 644 Heavies, we pass in 18.
The other choice I would have had was not to fill the tanks, keep the airplane a lot lighter, but I would have to stop somewhere sooner.
Take 644 as Memphis First.
And fill up again.
Right to 27.
FedEx 644, 627, please.
And we're
Take 644
going over to Sierra Lima, November.
Take 644 Heavy, maintain 5,000 and fly heading 200.
Down to 5,000, 200 on the heading side at 644, thank you.
So today, since we had a short field takeoff, we're also going to talk about the Cherokee 6 being the perfect family airplane. So stay tuned for that. All right, as we are cruising at 6,000 feet.
November 756 for planning purposes. Which approach did you say you were wanting to
We have a headwind, so it's slowing us down quite a bit.
To Tango Kilo X-ray.
Roger, thank you.
And we've been right around the cloud layer. This one right in front of us, it looks like we're just going to go past mostly above it. But we've been going punching right through these clouds and haven't really felt a lot of turbulence to speak of. It's been pretty much light chop. So I don't mind going through these clouds that are light chop, but as you can see, we're starting to see some buildups. And my son is up. He was taking a nap and he is woke. So he's ready to help.
My plane was just asleep for like an hour. That's it.
Javier has been really, really good with the radios, but he's been sleeping, so I've been having to handle the radios also.
Sorry.
But maybe now he can take over the radios.
Yeah.
And it's pretty beautiful if you can.
20 Whiskey, VFR traffic, 11 to 12 o'clock, 15 miles, southeastbound. Altitude indicates 5,400, unverified aircraft type unknown.
20 Whiskey, we got him on radar, and we're in and out of some cloud layers here.
November 20 Whiskey, roger. If you don't have that aircraft in sight, turn 20 degrees left.
20 Whiskey, roger that. We'll turn 20 left. So they gave us an advisory here for traffic, if you can see it.
My camera.
So Javier has the camera, and he can show you the cloud layers. It's pretty cool when you're flying like this, in and out of the clouds, especially when these clouds are not the...
20 Whiskey, the VFR traffic's now about 1 o'clock, 7 miles southeast, altitude indicates 5,500, unverified aircraft type unknown.
20 Whiskey, roger that. We're IMC currently, just to advise.
Roger.
Memphis Center 24756, we're descending to 2,500.
November 24756, roger. I don't think I'll be able to talk to you that low, so radar services terminated, squawk VFR, change of either frequency.
So there's an airplane flying VFR 500 feet below us. So he must be just below the cloud layer. Hopefully, he's not supposed to penetrate the cloud layers, so hopefully he'll stay well clear of them. And looking at the ADSB, I can't really see him outside. There's no point in looking outside right now because all I see is clouds. So we're IMC, in and out of IMC, so my focus is to stay looking inside the cockpit. But we do have the traffic there depicted. So he is about to pass right out of our right wing, and we can't really see him because he's below the cloud deck. But this is the reason I like flying IFR. It is because air traffic control will also be on the lookout for traffic. And it looks like he's passed us, so we should be good. So air traffic control is probably going to get us back on course here shortly. Let's take
Number 3620 Whiskey, traffic no factor, clear direct Springfield.
Direct Springfield, 3620 Whiskey. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and do direct, enter, enter, and we'll put it on GPS, and we're good. We're direct Springfield, just like that. Easy does it. Our timer has expired, so let's switch fuel tanks. So as you can see, there's a lot going on. There's a lot to do when you're flying. I make it look easy, but there's a lot going on, trust me. There's a lot of things that I'm monitoring at the same time. And also, as we go through these cloud banks, I'm also very cautious just to make sure that they're not the turbulent type of clouds. So far, just light chop. So I don't mind, again, punching right through these clouds.
November 6654, Uniform Memphis Center, Roger, Jonesboro, altimeter 2995.
Is it necessary to pull it in and out, or is it just like when you turn it?
The what sign?
The throttle, right?
Yes, this one in and out, and then you turn it to the right to lock. So right now we're at full throttle because that's as much as it's going to give us, and we have 70% power. And yeah, we're punching right in and out of these clouds. It's pretty cool. I like doing this.
And you said we had a headwind, right?
Yes, we have a pretty strong headwind. Looks like 20, almost directly to our nose. So guys, let's talk a little bit about the family airplanes. So the Cherokee 6, is it the best family airplane out there? Well, that's a matter of opinion. You know, I'm not sure if there is such thing as the best family airplane, because in my experience, every airplane has pros and cons, and that same thing goes for the Cherokee 6. Now, I do like the Cherokee 6. The reason I bought it is because it's very comfortable, it's very roomy. In fact, it's one of the most roomiest airplanes that I've seen as far as a six-seater airplane is concerned. Single-engine prop.
2224 Delta, Alpha Paragold.
So it is very roomy and comfortable, right? Are you comfortable in this airplane?
November 2224 Delta.
Would you say this is more comfortable than riding in the car, or the same, or the car is better?
So if we're going like on a long trip in the car or whatever, right, then after a little bit it will get uncomfortable.
Alright, so there you have it. So on long trips, on a vehicle, it's not as comfortable. And I would tend to agree. I get more tired inside a vehicle than I do in an airplane. There is a lot of room here to stretch. I can stretch my legs.
Memphis Center, Roger, climb and maintain,
I could pull the seat back if I wanted to some more. But there's also plenty of room in the back. So we have about 3 hours remaining. We're going to Salina, Kansas. We're going to stop there, stretch our legs, refuel. So like I said, on these long trips, you know, it's a very comfortable ride on the Cherokee 6, but I also have my favorite airplane. For example, I do like the Bonanza 836. It's more expensive, though that's the downside of that. And maintenance is, it's a little higher than the Cherokee 6. Also, it has retractable gears, so that's one of the reasons maintenance will be higher than a fixed gear airplane. That is also one of my favorite airplanes as far as a six-seater that I considered buying.
On retractable gear airplanes, do you have to retract the gear, or can you just leave it if you wanted to?
That's a good question. So the answer is yes, because when you cruise at a certain speed, those doors that are opening, they must be retracted at certain speeds. So once you take off, and let's say that you clear the runway, there's no more runway, then that's when gear comes up, generally speaking. In case you need to do an emergency landing, then you don't want to put the gear up too soon. But you have to put the gear up because the other reason is drag. So if you leave those doors open, you get more drag. So the reason for having a retractable gear airplane is because it flies smoother with less drag and faster. So my other favorite airplane, which I may consider buying perhaps after this airplane, would be a Piper Malibu. That is really one of my favorite airplanes. And the reason why is because maintenance is not as ridiculously expensive as a turboprop airplane. So you still have a single prop engine. However, it is turbocharged. and you can fly up to 25,000 feet in a Piper Malibu. Also has air conditioning and pressurized. That is it. Those are my favorite family airplanes. I really have enjoyed this Cherokee 6. I plan on keeping it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do in the future if I buy a Piper Malibu, because that's probably going to be my next step in the near future, hopefully.
I want it.
Javier says he wants it, so I want him to learn how to fly, and maybe we can pass it along to Javier, and maybe he can take over flying dirty. He does a really good job with the cameras also. So there you have it, guys. We've done a lot of things on this trip. This trip was really, really worthwhile. What do you think? Did you like the trip, son?
Yeah.
You liked the trip? What about you? Did you like the trip, baby? Isabel is up, guys. Say hi. Hi, people. Hi, YouTubers.
Hi.
Hi, YouTubers.
Hi, YouTube.
What was the best thing you liked about your trip?
Going home to mommy.
Going home to mommy.
Center, good morning.
All right, so we're on our way back home. So there you have it, guys. We talked about my favorite family airplanes, and we got a lot of stuff coming. We got a lot of great content coming. So you guys, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, like the video, and comment. And I'll tell you that it takes a lot of time to edit. I'm sure that anyone out there who does YouTube videos will tell you, especially with me. Right now I've got like 7 cameras, and to sync those cameras it takes a lot. Talking and recording is real simple. It's like talking to a passenger. As a matter of fact, it's even easier because passengers talk back and require more attention. Cameras don't require no attention. You just record and go. Uh-oh, I hurt his feelings.
3000.
All right, here we are. We're getting ready for the approach. Now, the next episode, I think on our way back to Denver from Salina, on the next episode from Salina to Denver, I am going to talk about the camera setup, how I use the cameras, how I edit, and how I make YouTube videos. In case you're interested in that, I've had some people ask me how I set up my cameras and all that good stuff. And a lot of people saying that they like the editing. I try to do the best I can, but I do make mistakes, and I always critique myself. But I'm the only one that's allowed to critique myself. We're
4364 Bravo.
We're 13 minutes out.
Southeast of the Great Bend Airport.
We're going to be doing a visual for 17 at Salina. We have the GPS standing by for the RNAV 17 vector.
To the airport, I've got a
just so that we can keep
behind you. He's about
our approach while we do the visual as well, because it'll give us a good reference as to how we're doing on the approach. So I always like to activate my approach regardless of whether if I do a visual or not. I think it's always a good practice to do that. All right, we've been given a descent now, and we're going to report the airport in sight.
Number 20 Whiskey, radar service terminated, contact Salina Tower 119.3, good day.
119.3, have a great one, 3620 Whiskey.
Cherokee 20 Whiskey, winds 090 at 5, runway 17, cleared to land.
17, clear to land, 3620 Whiskey.
guys do a really great job. I love coming to these airports, I tell you. And stop right there. Perfect. All right, let's shut it down, guys. Thank you for watching Flying Dirty.
How are you guys today?
We're good. You?
That's the color of your shirt. It sure is.
No, it's the flower.
The flower, yeah.